Okay, so welcome back to Ielts class, and then this is the sixth part. We are going to learn writing. Yes, this is writing section part 2. Okay, so this is Ielts writing, and let's read the instructions here. In the exam, writing task 2 is always a discursive essay. So remember, discursive essay. So you need to write down an essay, even when it comes to real tests later. Yeah. Question where you are given a point of view, an argument, or a problem and asked for your opinion on the questions. So, point of view. You'll be given a point of view or an argument or a problem. So you need to write down a discursive essay or what we call it as argumentative essay. Yeah. The essay question is very often worded. Do you agree or disagree? Yes. So this can be an opposing views from you, and also those people having the uh, pro view. Okay. Or to what extent do you agree or disagree? So this must be argumentative essay. So you can approach this question in two ways. You've got two ways of approach. You can agree or disagree. You can agree or disagree. Or you can agree and disagree. Okay. So here's the thing. If you have been given these questions in the writing task 2 in IELTS test, you can choose two ways, whether you only want to agree with the question or you want to only disagree with the question, or you can use both. Yeah, agree and disagree, meaning it can be an argumentative essay, which is known as a for and against essay. For and against essay. Okay. For and against essays look equally at both sides of the arguments and do not include the writer's personal opinion until the conclusion. Meaning, in an argumentative essay, you cannot put your own personal opinion towards the cases asked in the question. You need to be neutral, and you only write down whatever is rejected or against, and whatever is for the arguments. Okay. And then for question that asks you to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of something, you must use the for and against approach. If the question is asking you about the advantages or disadvantages of something, you must use the for and against approach. You must write at least 250 words, and then since it is an essay, it can be divided into several paragraphs. So at least you've got the opening paragraph or introductory paragraph, and also the body, and also the concluding paragraph. Yeah. And then task respond, the criteria are assessed on the following criteria. Task respond, how well your answer and the questions, how well you answer the question. For instance, the content and ideas, okay, and coherence and cohesion, how your essay is organized and how the different parts are connected. So you need to use this logical function in your essay. And then lexical resource. Yeah, have you used an appropriate range of vocabulary? You are demanded to have a very wide range of vocabulary. You cannot repeat one word all the time. Yeah, if it is the case, if you repeat one word all the time, that will be counted as one in your essay. Yeah, for instance, you are taught to write down 250 words at least, and then you repeat the word um, at the weekend 5 times, meaning it is only counted one. Yes. Since you repeat it 5 times, and it is counted only one by the examiner. Okay. Have you used appropriate range of vocabulary, and then grammatical range and accuracy? Have you used a range of grammatical structures, and have these been used accurately? Okay. So you need to have the grammatical structures that are really organized. Yeah. If you structurize your essay grammatically, and there are a lot of something jumping in, jumping out, yeah, due to the inappropriate tenses that you use, so that will be reducing your scores too. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. So this is the essay, for and against essay. Yeah, you've got 4 paragraphs. Let's organize the essay. We've got number 1 until 4. They are the topics or the headings or the purpose or the function of the paragraph, and we need to match it with the paragraph. Let's see. Yeah, this is the first paragraph. There are many different opinions. You can see the bolded phrases that can be taken as the sources for you to widen, okay, your vocabulary later while writing in this section. Okay, let's see. So number one, yeah, the A. There are many different opinions on the best way to reduce crime. The traditional solution is to be hard on criminals and put them in prison for a very long time. An opposing view is expressed by people with more modern ideas. They think that education and community work are the long-term solutions to cutting crime. So who is right, the traditionalist or the modernist? You've got the question here. So this is the opening paragraph, or we can say it as an introductory paragraph. So you've got the questions, meaning it's number three. Yeah. Number three, it presents the question again to show clearly that there is an argument with two sides. Show clearly, question, there is an argument with the two sides. Okay. So that's the functions of the first paragraph. And then what about the functions of the second paragraph? People in favor of reducing prison sentences often argue that prisons shouldn't simply be places of punishment. In traditional prisons, people learn a lot about crime, so when they leave prison, they will commit more crimes. Education, however, yeah, gives people the skills to get a job when they leave prison, which means that they will probably not reoffend. Part-time work experience in the community is also very helpful, as it is a step back into everyday life in society. People can be in prison, but they can also feel they are doing useful work. So there are two opposing views here, those traditionalists and those modernists. Meaning, yeah, the second paragraph is talking about, yeah, it's four. That's true. It's four. It leads and supports the arguments in favor of the question. So you need to list and support the argument at first, yeah, in favor of the question, since it's been provided in the very beginning, a question, yeah, and then we need to support the questions by giving lists and the supports to them, to the question. Then C, yeah, the third paragraph. On the other hand, some people argue that long prison sentences are right because the punishment should fit the crime. If, for example, someone commits a serious crime such as bank robbery, they should go to prison for a long time. They also believe that reducing prison sentences significantly reduces people's fear of prison, and consequently, people will commit more crimes. People will not be frightened of going to a prison, which is like a university with learning and work experience opportunities. Okay, so here is the thing. Yeah, C is number one. It leads and supports the argument against the question. It's one. Yeah, it leads and supports. So the body paragraphs, there are two paragraphs. Consider the body, and they need to support whatever is asked in the questions. Yeah, in the first paragraph, the introduction. Okay, so you need to gather a lot of information. You need to gather a lot of examples that you can use. Okay, and exemplifying the question asked in the first paragraph, or the question asked uh, in the instructions. Okay. Then D, in short, you've got the word in short, it's the clue. Agree that education and community work can have an important role in helping reduce crime. But there should be strict controls on the type of community work prisoners can do. It is important to understand that some people are a real danger to society and need to stay in prison for a very long time. So this is two, of course. It summarizes the arguments for and against the question and states your personal opinion. You can write down your personal opinion in order to sum up the essay, yeah, for and against essay, yes, so that it won't be biased. You have provided the views from others, of course, the views from the evidences coming out from the articles, other articles, or your knowledge or your common sense towards the long prison and also the educations in the prison. Okay, then you can add your opinion in the very end of the paragraph, which is in the concluding paragraph. Okay. And then the academic and general training essay. Yeah. When you take a two-sided, yeah, if you take for and against essay or for and against approach, meaning argumentative, you need to include the agree and disagree sides. To the essay, you should present both sides of an argument, even you personally agree with only one of them. Okay. Yes, it is like it is not a choice, everyone. So when it comes to reading the question can lead us to whatever types of essay we are going to use later in our writing task too. Okay, and then identify the keywords in the question and brainstorm arguments for and against and the viewpoint you need to discuss. For and against the viewpoint you need to discuss. Decide which of these arguments you will include in the essay. So later in the task, you will be only given a question or even two questions. What you need to do is to choose only one question which you are really in favor. Okay. And then afterwards, you need to find out the keyword in that question. After finding out the keyword in the question, you can brainstorm the arguments that you can use in the second and the third paragraphs, and then you can also start developing your opinion in order to conclude the for and against approach in your essay. Okay. So the next one, decide how you will structure your essay. You may, for example, use a four paragraph approach to organize your essay. Yeah, since it is an essay, you cannot write down only one paragraph. It is different from writing task one. Writing task one, you read the data from the graphs, from the diagram. It is okay for you to only write one paragraph. But in essay, you are told at least to write down four paragraphs or three paragraphs. It's enough. Yeah, three paragraphs consisting of introductory, the body, and also the concluding paragraphs. Okay. Connect and support your arguments using language structures such as, for example, which means that, consequently, however, and so on. We have known it already, yeah, since they are provided here with the bolded, um, views, all over the essays on this example. Yeah. You've got those words that can be used to write down the task two in IELTS writing section. So along a few minutes at the end to check your essay for spelling, okay, punctuation and grammar mistakes. So after writing down the essay, if you have got the time, okay, you can review your essay, yeah, by um, checking the spelling, punctuation, and also grammar mistakes. Yes, and then you can suddenly edit it. Yeah, meaning you proofread your own essay, then you edit if there is something inappropriate in your essay. Great. So that's all for today. So thank you very much for listening. Then I'll see you later.